And hello everyone, welcome back to Livestreams with me, Tops. We're day 6 of 7 on our Great Definitive Modded Survival series. We're going to go straight in and log on to the save and see where we're at. So there's quite a bit that I need to get done, that I want to get done today, that I think I need to get done today. We only had a bit of a short day yesterday. It was just getting too warm and I just didn't know what direction to go in. We're working on finishing off the house, which is one thing we need to get done. And then I think we're going to be setting up or getting the process of getting a overground network. Well, we're going to get a hold over there. I've just realised that's snow and that looks like ice. So we want to extend the rail out and hopefully get it ready to turn down south. But we want to explore this area more to see where we want to establish our, well, not only our train station, but where we're going to have our main base as well. So I think the next best thing that we need to do, I think I only need to get 5 of them for now. Them into there. Did we have any more over here? No. We'll get these all we'll get some converted over. And that'll all get through. We're gonna get back to the roof, I think. And get part of this finished. I know we need to do the chimney as well, but that's gonna be a little while. At least with this we know where we're at. So that's gonna be there. That'll be up to there. That would have to go up, that would have to go up. They'd have to come down. Fine. That goes up. There we go. Now, because of where the roof goes, I think we're going to have to go that way and that way. On both of these sides. Was it on the front as well? Yeah. Like that. Like that. We were a little bit stumped at the chimney side, but I think our best bet now is just to get a solid foundation on the roof. I will need some planks for that, but with everything else we should be sorted with how this is going to look. We'll take second stack out. Start getting the stripped ones processed. I need about half a stack to start with, so. Right, hopefully that'll be enough for now. Gonna block that up. And we'll sort that side out another time. Though that's going to end up being brick. I just know it, so leave it as that. Okay. That. Okay. Yeah. Fine. Then we know how this goes. We just go this way. Okay. Goes up like this. Thought it was going to be that. Ready, buddy. Start. That'll go like that. Now I can sleep. There we go. So yeah, we'll finish up our roof for now. We won't worry about the chimney just yet. This will go up like this. Nice. I know it's not going to look as good with the textures and all that, but it does what it does. Then it's a slab on the top, which would go all the way over. Time being, we don't have the slabs for it. And then we bricked up that way. Oh, no, that wouldn't go there. How do we have just the right amount for that? Right. Well, literally one away I am. Okay. Right. Rest of the ladders. Carried up to the roof. That'll go to there. Fine. Okay. completed footloop. Leave that uncovered for the time being. Just so we can easily get up and down. Oh, we've actually finished the roof, so we didn't need any more. Oh, we just need slabs. Put on there, even though we don't need it. Get slabs. Dark oak slab. There we go. No, we don't need that many. That many. Or probably don't even need that many anyway. Yeah, that looks good. We just need to, like I say, probably bring the chimney up a bit more. Just a step. Yeah, so I need to get that stair there. Further up is. Right, that one done. Then we need to finish the glass up, which we need a chisel for and some glass. And panes. Okay. That is the roof done. Or the roof, apart from the chimney done. Still not a fan of the corner at the edge here. Don't know. Or the edge here, to be honest. Okay. That would go there. Line up with that going up. Stairs don't work here. So that work better? It looks better from the side with how this goes up, so that's fine. I'm still not a fan with how this is. But we'll leave it like that. Brian. No, that didn't work. Let's just get the glass. How many do we need? So. 4 wide. Thank you for the follow, much appreciated. I need more stone tile. That's too big. 3. 6, 9. 3, 6, 9, 12. That's it. Do I have any more pain? No. And I need a chisel as well. Need 12 blocks. Probably gonna need about the 1 and 6 panes. Okay. Okay. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more glass. I need 2 more to be fair. Get that smelted up. Get that crafted up. last ones. I think that is all the outside completed. Apart from the underside of all this. I think we're going to have to do... carry on the blocks over there, then do the stairs up. Yeah. No other way to do it. Stairs in here as well, or do we do slabs in here? Might do slabs on the inside. Do I have any scaffolding? I have that andesite scaffold. I've got copper scaffolding. Good, we've got some of them, that's fine. We've got some slabs for over there, that's fine. We've got some blocks for over here. Okay, so okay. Okay. Works. Cross. And obviously we do the rest over that way when we can. Interesting that this stays up even though it's not technically connected to anything and it's scaffolding. There we go. Got another platform this side now for the other side. Duck them stairs back in. Probably only need 2 stacks. But anyway. Recam for a second. I definitely don't like this, so I don't know how I'm going to sort this out. might just have to a slab underneath it. I think I just slab underneath them. Probably would be better, just a slab underneath it. While that's doing that, let's do. Okay. Over to slabs. Okay. Yeah, I think a slab looks a lot better for that. I'm done. Okay. Gets rid of the light bleed from the outside. Okay, everything in here is done apart from stuff there, but that's fine. Okay. Sort out the last remaining bits outside. We probably need to do a bit more detail as well. Yeah, that looks a lot better on the roof side. Obviously, the chimney's not yet complete. Do with bit. Okay, I then need to make some campfires. Get them. Already got logs in our inventory, so that's fine. We need 4, don't we? Them. Yeah. Now we only need 3 in here, that's okay. And then... Okay. Interesting looking chimney. Hey, Rums and Relics, how you doing? I think that's the house completed, apart from the little bit on the roof that I need to do for us getting in. I know I need to do some more on the outside. But I think that's a good start for the house. Yeah. I think that's good. Okay. That way. Nice. That's the exterior of the house all completed. We've got the interior here to do. We said we were going to slab, weren't we? We're going to add some slabs for here. Do it to this corner and see what it looks like. Oh, no. No, what am I doing? Okay. I think that's going to be good. I got them. Take that off and put back on one of them. Back in. So yeah, so from the inside, this will look a lot better, I think. Obviously, in here, we need more light. We need lights upstairs. There's just a definite we need lights upstairs. What's it called? And turn. Missing iron. Fine. That's nearly full again. We're just being slow with it all. Interesting looking build. Yeah. Trying to go for like a... I don't want to go too modern yet. This is just our starter house. So... we've got the basic materials. In the works. Did I do it? No. So... this is just a scaffold. Oh, I need to... actually get onto that so I can get down. So... if we start off over here, this is a millstone. So let me just sleep in the sleeping bag. Or on the sleeping bag, should I actually get in the sleeping bag. We've got a rice crop here, which is what we're living off basically. And when you get rice pinnacles, whatever you call it. And then with this rice, we throw it into the millstone and it mills it down into rice and straw. From that, we'll then put it in the cooking pot to make boiled rice or cooked rice, and we'll mix it with some raw fish to get some fish rolls. Just a standard, easy cooking process without cooking much. Here, this depot has a lava source block underneath it, which has a fan underneath that. All of these have fans underneath, but this has lava above that. This has a campfire. This has a soul sand campfire, or soul campfire, and this has water. So the water with the fan washes it. The fan with the soul campfire haunts it. That one cooks it, and this one smelts. So we've got a smelter, a cooker, a haunter, and a washer. We then have this one, which is a mixer with... it pumps water in from the bottom, because we've got a water source underneath here, so it constantly is just keeping this water source and fed. With a mechanical pump that will pump into here. So, for instance, we need cardboard, which is one of the things in the create mod. You need cardboard. We will mix in, if I've got some. Do I have any in here? Probably not in here. But outside our windmill, because this is a windmill, but because it's got saws on the bottom, which I'm going to get cut by if I don't get out of the way. It'll cut down the trees and it'll make a little tree farm. Put one more, and then I can use these 4. So these 4 mixed with water will make pulp. So throw all these into there. Oh, no, I didn't mean to click on it. So that will make pulp. There we go, got some pulp. And then this presser will press it into a piece of cardboard. This is a deployer with a knife filleter in. The knife filleter will cut any fish. So if I get some fish, or it cuts food effectively. So I've got raw fish here, which I need for the food anyway. Let's just grab some salmon. That's my raw fish. That's my salmon. So I've placed the salmon down here. This cuts the salmon into salmon fillets and bone meal, so it obviously debones it as well. These raw salmon fillets can then be made raw salmon. There we go. Can then be made into more sushi or rice balls or fish cakes, or you can just cook it to make it into salmon. Then you can do like a grilled salmon bowl, which is like you need sweet berries, you need onions, you need cabbage, cooked fish, or tofu, and it makes a grilled salmon meal. So that obviously helps put the meal up. This done now, so I can put the rice in there to cook the rice. So with that being the presser, so that'll press any iron ingots or steel ingots into sheets. So they do steel sheets, iron sheets, obsidian sheets I think I need for one thing. This is a basin with a press, so that'll compact it. So for instance, 9 nuggets, which we've got 6, but 9 nuggets would make an ingot, 9 ingots would make a block, and that would just automatically press it instead of having to craft it. And then this one is another basin, but I've got a blaze burner underneath it. So anything that needs heat in the recipe, so for instance, if we're making brass, a brass ingot, to make it you need a copper ingot and a zinc ingot in a heated blaze burner. So basically, you feed the blaze burner with lava or coal. I think it works with coal. Yeah. And then he's heated for however many seconds it says up there. That'll then mix it with the amount of mixing. So the windmill is what's making the power for these. And obviously powering the fan blades under there and the mechanical pump. This is basically a massive storage container. So instead of having all the chests, we just have everything in here. We can search whatever item we need. So if we need carrots, we can search the carrots. It'll then come out of here and into the barrel into a box because it packages it and stuff. To put stuff back into there, we just either click onto there, or I have a smart chute on here, so I can put something onto here, like in the future if I was to get a, what's it called? Well, to be fair, we can do it with our backpack because we've got a backpack on. If I go and take our backpack off, I can place the backpack on there. Anything that was in the backpack would be taken out. And then I've now picked the backpack back up. I think. Oh no, I just picked it up. Yeah. So we've got the carry-on mod, which allows us to pick stuff up. And we have it on as a backpack. We've got goggles here, engineer goggles, so that can actually see. You can see when we're looking at something, it says how many stress units it has. That all depends on, it might need so much stress units to be able to do stuff. And obviously the more stress units, the quicker, say, this would move. Which is basically just a simple, it's a drill, there's lava on one side, water on the other, and it's making cobble. From that cobble, I then just throw the cobble into the barrel. And these are 2 crushing wheels, and that will crush it down to gravel. Gravel on the washer makes flint and iron nuggets, so that's a way to get. It's basically all you need is a cobble farm to crush down into gravel, to then wash it to make an iron farm. Crush gravel down one more time, and that makes sand. And then from the sand, because I've already got some sand here, I can then haunt this sand, which will make soul sand. And then from that, I can wash the soul sand to make nether quartz. So that's all that. So this is just cooking stuff. So I have to use the rice for cooking. I have to use that for cooking certain things. Oh wow, we're well full on that. Put that back in there. Got plenty of food now. What do I not? Do I not need anything in there? No. So if I shift right click this, it empties everything out of the top inventory. That does that. Here, well, I'll talk you through that in a little bit. But this is a mechanical saw. So basically, with this filter, I can say what it wants to saw, and I believe it does blocks as well. So if I put a stone block through, it can then make stone. It is very. This is just default create stuff at the moment. This is just default what create does. So create modifies everything. I've got food packs on here, obviously with aquaculture delight. I've got farmer's delight to add more food into it. Obviously, we've got different looking windows, different looking texture blocks. But yeah, so this will, you put anything in here, and it will, as long as it's on the list filter, it will make these. So if I put normal logs in, it'll come out with stripped logs. Put a stripped log in there, it'll come out with 6 wood blocks or planks, instead of the standard 4 for crafting. So this automates logging, which this automates log farms. Obviously, you can see there it's already got some logs and it's got some apples. So this automates the farm inside of the wood farm inside. We've got obviously some structures over here that we've got this ship, which this ship we've got 3. We've technically got 6 double chests full of storage in here. And we've got up to 11 passengers. So you can have up to 10 mobs in here, or 10 other individuals in here, up to 6 cannons in here, and then whoever's controlling it at the back. So that's a nice one to just, because obviously we've sailed all the way around here. We started off on this island. We sailed all the way down here to find a mushroom island. Came all the way back and found another continent. And yeah. So there was all of that we did. There was... What else did we do? We've got this machine here, which Heads up, you're in an ad. Oh, sorry. But yeah, I don't know if you saw about the boat. Obviously, it's got storage in. You can have up to 10 people, or 11 people in, or mobs. So we got the sheep over here got some sheep over there that we just plonked in here and sailed over with. We have, this is a natural spawn, a natural structure spawn, which is train tracks and kind of like a train yard, which we decided to set up our base because this is our starter base. So here, I want to travel down via rail because I'm probably going to set this up as a. This is going to be our starter base, always our starter base. We're probably going to do a logging area over here, or it's either going to, no. We'll do a logging area on one side of the track, and the other side of the track will end up being a rail yard, and this is be where we're literally making our trains, because we're going to end up having a train track going across and then down into this area here, which is going to be the plains biome in this village. We're going to start setting up our docks area over here for ships. Our main train station is probably going to be in the middle here somewhere. Our main base is going to be over here. And the plan that I've currently got in my head is we're going to basically be automating logs, automating iron, automating what's the thing you call it? Concrete. But basically we're going to build a concrete, what you would have in the real world is like a massive concrete facility that makes concrete on the outside. On the inside we'll have all the machinery to make concrete, and then we'll have trains and miniature trains which we can use. We can use Phantom Track, which is train tracks, but when you place it down, when you place down Phantom Tracks, you don't see them. So it's a train, but it's not a train. But it follows the rails. So effectively, I'm going to make it so we're gonna build vehicles like trucks, cars, vans, that's going to take a train, that's going to be technically a train, but it's going to be able to go from the logging site or the concrete factory. We'll train it or truck it in. So if we've got concrete, it's going to be a concrete truck or a concrete train wagon. We'll go to the central station or wherever. It'll then be rerouted onto trucks, but they're technically trains, but we won't be able to see the train parts. And they'll basically go into these massive vaults, and we'll fill the vaults of different building blocks, building materials, and just keep progressing and progressing. This, like I say, it's got drills on. Once we power this cart assembler, we've superglued all this together with, literally, it's called superglue. And once you've got rails underneath it and you power it, it will break any block in front of it. So this is basically our miner at the moment. We can put these on the front of trains, so when we eventually carry on through the tunnel, we will just be able to plonk them in front of a train, push the train through a tunnel. The train can then can break all the blocks it needs, place all the blocks it needs, to rebuild the tunnel, to do this, that, and the other. So there's just so much we can do. But like I say, this is our little starter base. We have enough to be able to cook stuff. We've got enough to wash stuff. We've got obviously the soul sand now, because that was normal sand. We'll then wash this to make quartz. So there's literally there's ways to make absolutely anything you can think of in Minecraft. So concrete. To make concrete, you make your concrete powder, you wash it in a bulk washing, which this is one of the fans that's underneath here, and it will make concrete powder. But obviously, to make your concrete powder, you obviously need your white dye and all this, that, and the other. You can... Well, that's that anyway. But yeah. But to make all this concrete powder, all we need is something to make white dye. So we've got bone meal. Obviously, we need the bones for that. Get some flower farm. So we could have literally an area that makes this a flower. That like out in the countryside, we'll have like literally a farm that will make food or produce food stuff. If we literally just have a look at all the different types of foods, we've got burgers, we've got strider, omelets, pies, more sandwiches, pasta, pizza. I think we've even got teas, we've got coffees. So we can literally build up a city. We can build up in the countryside farms. These farms can be dedicated to make ingredients for teas. Like you can have a strawberry field, you can have a blueberry field, you can have a raspberry field, an olive field, whatever fields. You can have all these fields, have them automated all the farming automated. They will then get packaged up into either boxes or just on cargo onto let's have a look at a car. So we'll get the cardboard out, but here it's a package. I can carry this package. Even though you can't see it like that. Can you do it in F3? No, F5. Yeah, so I'm now carrying this package. But I pick it up, I open it, and then these cardboard makes actual cardboard. We've got a block of cardboard as well. And they come up with different shapes. But then they make cardboard boxes. And then you can, like I say, you can have either depots. Oh, there you go. That's washed. We've now got nether quartz. We've got half a stack of just under half a stack of nether quartz from a stack of sand. And yeah, it's just. I've just realised we got rid of a load of fish, didn't we? But yeah, it's a way to automate as much as you need automating. So you can progress and do this, that, and the other. This in itself is deployers. So if you were to make a train... Well, we'll go to a train track. To make a train track, you need to do a recipe sequence. So you need an oat slab... And then you need any nuggets, nuggets again, and then you need to press it. I forgot to put the press on. So, you effectively, I'd put a slab in there, nuggets in there, and I can feed them like I can with chutes and barrels. And they will place it, and then that would bash it if I had another one of the pressers. And then it would come out and be made into this barrel here. So like I say, you've got... And obviously it moves me. You got that. This obviously it just rolls over instead of having the It can work with belts, but it's just easier having an item drain. It just roll over. This is a mechanical crafter, so anything that has to be crafted by hand, you can put in a mechanical crafter and it will craft. So the reason why it's this size is because if you wanted to make these crushing wheels, obviously it drops a block, but this is the ingredient, this is what you need to craft it, and you get 2 out of it. So you need the andesite alloy, you need planks, you need stone, and you need to put it in 24 of these, which in this thing, so obviously it's a 3x3 there, 2 on the side, 2 on the side, and then it would craft this. Now, andesite alloy is pretty simple. You just need andesite and nuggets. Andesite you can get from cobblestone, so a cobble generator, and diorite. Diorite you can get from mixing cobble with quartz. So basically all you need is 2 cobble farms. 1 cobble farm gets ground down into sand, which gets ground down into gravel, which gets ground down into sand, which then you haunt that sand, it gets made into soul sand, then you wash that soul sand, you've got another quartz. So that cobblestone and quartz goes into making diorite. You can then make that into granite if you wanted to. Don't know what granite crafts into. But yeah, you effectively and then obviously you can create andesite alloy automatically from that. From obviously you've crafted your cobblestone and diorite together to make 2 andesite. Oh, you can even do it through this. So you can use flint and gravel and lava. So that's another way to make an andesite. And then obviously you can just mix it without heated. So obviously it's no heating on this part, whereas this one, no heating required for the pressing. Some of them you need heating for. But when you need heating, you just have a blaze burner underneath. And in this pack, you could pipe in a lava. So you can get unlimited lava lakes. You basically just need a 10x10 by, I think, 10 tall or something like that. You need so much lava. Although it works with flowing lava, so technically all you need is the top layer of lava flowing down however many blocks to make an infinite lava pool. You then have a hose pulley that will, with a pump on to suck up the lava, to then pump it into there, and it'll always be running. I'm gonna say it's a damn huge project, but you can automate it. Yeah. So at the moment, this is me testing it. This is me testing it in the first 7 days of my live stream. I'm already working on version 2, which is going to be from instead of 1.20, it's going to be 1.21. So yeah, this is me testing it because the 120.1. There's a thing called Enchantment Industries. So there's a printer here. So basically, you can in this printer you can put any enchantment book. And as long as you're piping XP into this, you can then, and you have books underneath. So say instead of having these deployers, you had the printer on here. You put in Fortune 1 or Fortune 3 into it. You put a book in here. It'll go through, as long as it's got XP in, it'll squirt the XP on and and copy the book. So it prints the book. In the 121 version, you can get Fortune 4. You can get 1 level higher than Minecraft's default by over-enchanting. And then you can still print that enchant onto another book. So you can get everything combined together. You can get every protection, all level 5, all on one item. So fire protection, normal protection, projectile protection. You can have all of them and mix them all into one item to obviously have every item on here. You can still do that with this, but the 121 version, you can have that as level 6 instead of level 5, or level 4 or 5 in level instead of level 4. That's the default Minecraft maximum. So yeah, there is a lot of automation can be done. And obviously, right now I've got a base windmill, which you can see now. It's going to go around. This is still going to, even though it's going to stop to mine this, it's still producing the power to power things in there. And it cuts it down just as easy. So early game, as long as you've got a saw, a mechanical saw, and a hand crank, I can go around and just mine a tree down in one hit. So yeah, it can be overpowered, but I've tried to equal it out to make it easy. Because there's some things on this in this mod pack, like you can make go-karts. You can make an actual working go-kart. And to make this go-kart, you need... So, to make a red go-kart, you need a kart motor deployed onto an incomplete cart. Then you need pipe on to the... There's 11 different stages of everything. And you just need to literally add bumper, cart wheels... where's the engine? There's the cart motor. Look at how you make this. You need one of those big crafters, precision mechanism, you need gearboxes, you need train casing pieces. Train casing is made out of a sturdy sheet, a brass casing deployed on a sturdy sheet. The sturdy sheet is made out of obsidian powder, lava, and 2 presses to make a sturdy sheet. And that's how you make the base of the go-kart. You need a 27 crafter. You can make a plane. But this plane, you need the sturdy sheet, which is obsidian, obviously. You need the hull, which is made out of logs and industrial iron ingots. Those industrial iron ingots have to be super heated blaze. So iron in that heater, when the blaze is heated, it will make an industrial iron ingot. And then to make the engine, you've got black stone as the outsides. You've got crate diesel generators, because you can make diesel generators. You need to make a shaft. You can need to make a boiler, which obviously need copper sheets, so that needs pressing. You need to get a blast furnace. So I've made it so you have to do it in stages. Don't know why that needs 5. Oh yeah, it's a 5 cross, isn't it? But yeah. We also have something called a gyrocopter and a quadcopter. This quadcopter, you can fly about, and it's basically a platform to build off. So there's no need for a jetpack because you've got a quadcopter. Because we don't have... There is jetpacks in... I don't even know how you use them. But there is jetpacks in here. And obviously the lowest level to make one is a steam engine, which takes all that. So it's encased fans, which you need a lot of stuff of. So it's just the way you go through it all. There's backwards compatible stuff. So for instance, with the oak stairs, when you're finished with them, you can compress them back into oak planks. You can compress them back into oak planks as well. So I've added recipes in and changed recipes to make it so it works better. You can make modern cars, so you need wheels. You need rubber belts with cogs to make the wheels. To make the modern car, you need blocks of industrial iron, which obviously you saw how you needed to make them before. It is daunting for one person, and it is going to take a while to get to that stage. That's why I did the 7 days, to kind of just get to the grips with everything for the moment. But I'm trying to... Well, I tried with this version to get it working on a server, and I had issues. Replay mod wouldn't work. It worked on a server, it just that replay wouldn't work, and there was a few other glitches. So I'm working on that. Hand car. I did not know there was a hand car. That's a pretty cool thing. So even if you don't have ways to do stuff, oh, and you can do like, yeah. So it is daunting for one person, but at some point I would like to try and make it so I can do multiplayer with 121 stuff. But yeah, there's just so much that I've added into this already. I do have a version that I've not attempted to launch yet. I literally finished it before I started my stream, of the 121.1 version. But yeah, it's... let's get my food back. It's daunting for one person, but at the same time, it's... You get to explore, you get to... Like I said, like... I'm inside, so it won't work. Matt. I'm going to go outside and show you. So, the earliest thing you can do is make ships and sail, which is what I've done. I've found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 villagers. I've found, obviously, the rail yard here that's abandoned that you get structures in. Obviously, there's ocean monuments I've found. There's other structures just in the middle of nowhere that you find that are abandoned structures that help you create stuff early game, just help you with that progression onto getting automated. Oh, there's another village over there. Don't know if I counted that before. But yeah, it's one of those where I've wanted to do this for a while. I've got my main base already. The base structure for my main base, I've already got that as a schematic. I've got my the other one. Got 4 dark oak out. Don't get hit. Yeah, I've got the train station, the main train station I want to build. I've got that schematic. And I've got the ideas. I just need the time and the energy. And doing this as a 7-day thing to kind of get to grips with the mod pack was just my way of seeing what I could do. I know in this 7 days I'm going to get nowhere near anything because I'm on day 6 right now and I've only just got the starter base done. But when you look at people doing multiplayer servers with this, in their first week they get to this point. I've explored rather than doing mining, even though I can do mining because all I need is... Are they? Leather I need. There. Leather and rails. Okay. Pick that up into a little cart contraption so you can carry it around anywhere. So this is my portable little mining machine. Well, You know what? We'll set sail because there's an area I want to look at. The place I want to look at for mining. It's back on the main island. We need to sail back down this way, and it's here. It's this cave I want to go exploring, because that's where I kind of want to set up a... Well, I would want to set up a mining thing there, but I don't know if I can. If this game will save up, go over to 1.21. Yeah, get all the sail down to get to full speed. And it's just nice because you get to, like I say, sail away and just explore stuff. The mod pack is built so you get more continents and more water, rather than how it is now, where you get just massive land masses and hardly any. Well, you do get the odd big ocean, but the majority of it's all connected together, and the ocean's just like a lake, not an ocean. Whereas here, you can't say that there's no ocean. Just making sure I'm going the right way. Using the map as a reference. But yeah, it's it does take time to get about everywhere. But then you get amazing looking coastlines like this, and yeah. We literally up here, from this side to this side, you can sail through a cave. It's that wild. Now, I don't think that topography is going to be in 121, the 121 version, so version 2 of the mod pack, just because of how it's set out and laid out. And the mod that I used for that isn't in the game, and I'm also picking up. We're just ramming into fish and getting free fish. Yeah. So I need to head south a bit. Yeah, that should be right. But the whole idea is this: it's made so you can explore. It's made for you to be able to automate things, craft things, go as big as you want or as little as you want. The pack is like, there's 200 and odd mods in it. I've optimized it as much as I can do in the current variation. It's just the multiplayer aspect isn't working. I'm going from using Forge to NeoForge for the second version. And if I can get it working on a mod pack, get it working on a server, I'd love for people to join me and in the quest of we'll literally just start off the server, find a place, like literally go sailing, find a place where we want to set up our starter bases. From there, we'll find an area for the main city. So we can have cars driving around this city. We can have trains going into the train station, which will drop off mail or parcels to, that will then also reroute to other places. There's so much automation you can do over the whole of the server, and there's ways with crafting as well. So you can create chunk loaders. And with these chunk loaders, you would then chunk load that area. So if you're in an area that you could be the person that wants to create your own coffee shop. So you will go out and create a... I just realised... Oh, I pressed F, didn't I? Like, where's my levels gone? But yeah, we're heading over this way to get into this mining area. But yeah, you can, if you want to set up your own coffee shop in the city centre, you can create a coffee shop underneath, or a coffee shop on a quiet corner that has a delivery zone in the back that will drop. That is where people drop or is able to drop off their what am I trying to say? That bit is connected, so let's pull up. Yeah, so you can. Oh, it's not connected. That's not a help. But yeah, you can go through on the server and make that coffee shop, or yeah, you can build the coffee shop as the end location. But you can automate the process of the tea of having a tea plantation or a yeah, so you can automate the process of having a tea plantation or in a little village away from the main city. You can have like a tea plantation. You can set up your own little village, like I say. A tea plantation in one part of the village, a wheat field and a little farm area that then automates making the pies and bakery products. Because do we have croissants in here and stuff? I don't know how you spell it. Different pastries, cream-filled pastries, chocolate pastries. Yeah, so you can go around and you can literally get those crafted up. Over here I'm heading, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, you can start off at the main. You start off at your starter base. We then pick a location as a group of where we want the city. We'll then plot the center of the city is going to be the train station, or that and that. We can do then the shopping district. I quite like the idea of doing villager trading in this is a very cool area, or like a massive. Oh my goodness, what are you? Right, let's get some dirt. And I think 1, 2, 3, 4. That might not be high enough. That should be high enough. Let's plonk our rail down. Plonk our cart assembler. Plonk that in the cart assembler. Turn this on. Then give it a nudge somehow. I'll say I join, but I'm sure if my MacBook would run this. I'm going to be honest, I don't know either. Oh, and it just got everything in that barrel. Yeah. And then it just missed all this up here. As it does. But yeah, it's... The whole idea of it is... I'm wanting to create a mod pack that can be collaborative. That people can... Is that one of the rarest ores in Minecraft at the moment? Is this just a blank hole? It is. on, everyone, bunch up. Bunch up, come on. Bunch up. There we go. There we go. Come on. And after all of that, we only got one thing. Although there's iron there. But yeah, it's like, yeah. How have you been? Have you tried running Curse Forge stuff in the past? I know Neoforge that I'm moving to from Forge is a lot better performance-wise on packs. Did I just uncover? I was going to say it's just dirt, isn't it? Neoforge is very different to Forge in its stability. Let me open Task Manager. So right now, I've got a... What CPUs do I have anymore? Forgotten. I have a Ryzen 5 5600X 6-core processor, 4.2 gigahertz clock speed. I'm running, with my live stream running as well, 30% CPU usage. Minecraft itself is using 10% of my CPU. Memory-wise, it's 10 gig. It's like 10 gigabyte of memory. However, I have it set so it uses more memory. It can probably use less. It's a shame that I won't be able to get that in either. Naturalist isn't on Neoforge. That is a shame. But yeah, you saw how the machine worked. I'm not trying running Minecraft on your MacBook Air. If it can run Java, I'm sure it can run other stuff. Berries. Raspberries, cherries. But yeah, I think that hole would be a cool. If I was able to say keep this world, that would be a cool mining camp. Like set up all log cabins and stuff for the mining camp, and having either a shaft going down, like a well, yeah, a shaft, but a full-on thing. The maximum memory at 16. It possibly would still work. Obviously, the next mod pack version, I'm changing from Forge to Neoforge, so it should use less RAM. In total, right now, I'm using 20 gigs of RAM, but that's while live streaming and everything. 10 of that is literally just the Minecraft. Yep. But yeah, it would be worth a try. I've only set it as a 10 gig RAM. Oh, it's using 10 gigs of RAM because I'm also hosting the server. I'm also hosting it because I want a single player world, so I'm technically hosting the Minecraft server at the same point. So it would probably be using the way to split that. It doesn't. I don't know how to split it from what it's using as RAM for hosting a server and what it's using as hosting single player. So it technically would be able to work while it runs on a server. When I was doing the testing on a server, it was running perfectly fine on a 6 gig server. I was getting a bit of hiccups every now and again when it was the first world generation. Yeah. I'll try to run it, but currently the storm blowing through knocked out. Yeah, that's not good. Any kind of storm's not good, but hopefully you get back online soon. That'll be, but yeah, it's just, it gives you something else to do rather than, yeah, I know base Minecraft is amazing, and you can do a lot of stuff with base Minecraft. Cell service, yeah. At least that the cell service internet doesn't go down. Like, I'm quite lucky. I've touched wood. I've not had connection issues since I upgraded to full fiber. I used to have fiber to the cabinet, and then it was using the old copper cables from the fiber to the house. I've upgraded to full fiber, and I've not had any internet issues at all. Technically, the only time I've had internet issues is when we've had no power at all, because obviously the receiver won't work then. But yeah, we've not had internet issues, and the only time we have internet going down is when we get notified by our ISP that the internet goes down. But yeah, if I can get this on a server that runs on a server perfectly fine, and then go that way, it's kind of a no-brainer. You know what? I'm going to go around this island this way. Yeah. But I just love the idea of having this that's set up so it runs and works for everyone. Having a server that people can play on. Yeah, I think that'll be it's an amazing idea. Like, for me, I want to build massive structures, like modern structures, and base Mac is good, but it gets dull fast. Yeah. Yeah, so lose an internet connection to a server as well. If you've not got stable internet at home, it could just be that. I don't even know where is the one server US based? I'm guessing so. But it could just be ping or everything. But having a modded server, for one, I can put mods on that'll be better for server performance, better for ping stability, and things for people. So it doesn't time you out by what default Minecraft will do by just saying, "Oh, your packets to this server's not working. Goodbye." Your packets to this server's not working. We'll store them up and send them as we can, or in like smaller chunks of data, kind of thing. It has better performance for servers. Anything left? I did that? No. And then we plonk this back down. And then we can access storage on it. Oh, your interest. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like I started on the new season. I got my base set up. I got the villager trading hall set up. I got some automated crop farm set up. And I was playing it, say, I think I was on it more than once a week, but I was like live once a week at least, or something like that. And it felt like it was only me playing on it, because I'd be online and it'll be once every while someone else will join. I had plans to do a lot of stuff on it, and then it's just I lost interest because no one else was doing anything, and it was just going slow, and yeah. Like I do also hate the grind of like you starting on a new world. You've got to do your mining session. You've got to get your tools up. You've got to get enchantments. You've got to kill the Ender Dragon. You've got to get shulker boxes to get into that stage where I can now build mass structures. I can that kind of stuff. And then, like, this. I've been on this for, I don't know how many hours. So we started off, day one we did 4 hours, then 3 hours. So, 12 hours of gameplay. I've got automation, I've got a mass vault storage system. I've got automatic machines I've got an automatic cobble farm, which it's nearly full. Because when this gets to 16, that'll stop mining. I've got automated gravel. I've got automated iron. It just takes time, and then once this is all done, like this storage system with the blaze burner as a stockkeeper. I can take that with me. Like, I can super glue this together, put it in a car contraption like this, and pick it up, and I've then got portable storage. I've then got all of my stuff with me. I could super glue my whole house together and take that with me. I could build a massive wind turbine. Oh, look, that was perfect time. I'm coming over here to see the tree come down. Now, this takes it down one by one. And then when it gets to the last block... There you go. And then when it gets to the last block, it'll take the whole tree down. But this is on a windmill bearing. Which the windmill bearing is also creating the power for the rest of everything. And then obviously it's all in there. With more saplings. But yeah, so I've seen on other servers... and other videos that I've watched that people create mod packs. They have one of these set up on a truck. On one of these, a cart assembler, they basically build a structure out that looks like a truck and they just plonk it down and it's a truck. Like, if you have a look here, there'll be a stone variant that you can use that will look like it's like a shipping container. Is it a pillar? Or to be fair, you've literally just got a shipping container block. Which is literally a vault shipping container. You can craft an item vault into a silo. So instead of having it on the ground along the side, you can have it stacked vertically. So if you've got an area where, like, I know farmers would have grain stored in a silo, you could have this in the center of it as your actual storage. I just realised there's been an advert. But yeah, you could have one of these vertical, and have it set up as a store, as a silo. Have your input in the top, output in the bottom, whatever, however you want to set it up, and have it just filled with grain, filled with wheat, the side of your farm. You can set one of these up with a harvester. So create a harvester, have it set up as a harvester, make it look like a tractor, and have it on powered rails. It goes around, and it looks like it's a tractor going around harvesting with the harvester on the front, and it harvests all your farm. It then stops, and you've got what's called the storage interface on the side, which connects to another storage interface. It's gone around the field once. It then parks up at the silo. It exports everything into the silo through the storage interface. You then have a truck come up to pick everything up to then take it round to a train to then ship it off across country. Can that windmill pipe all the inventory out, or do you need to keep manually taking it out? So the item vault storage. This is the way you keep up to date with what's in it. You can't keep up to date with what's in it without one of these, which is a blaze burner. To get a blaze burner, you need an empty blaze burner, which is literally netherrack, 4 iron sheets. It's pretty simple because the iron sheet is just an iron being pressed or hammered. The pressing is probably easier. It takes no power. It takes absolutely no power, this system. But then you literally just go with your blaze burner and go. I've got a few in here because we went to the nether a few days ago. And where are my blaze burner? There. So I went to the nether, used a few of them and picked up a few. So that one's for the stock ticker for here. That one is literally for heating this base when I need it to. But yeah, the storage interface, nothing with storage ever needs power as a base storage system like this. All you need to do is have a place to put things in, which is like an item hatch, or I've set this one up with a smart chute because I can put a filter on here that won't take things out that I don't need putting in. So anything that's dropped onto here, or if I place a... Yeah, they just go in. If I was to place a chest on there, because I can pick up a chest, or I was to place a shulker box on there, it'll empty everything out of the shulker box. As long as this smart chute has got a deny filter in of shulker boxes, as long as you break that shulker box, you can pick it up, it won't go back into the storage. So, this storage thing, as long as you've got a way to get things in it, and you've got a stock ticket to take things out of it, you're fine. However, to break it, all you do is you do that, and it'll break that one chunk, and you've picked up your item vault with your wrench. If you were to do that with all of it, it just drops all the items out of it. So, this is only needed, effectively, so you can actually use it as an inventory spot. Although, this guy can be used if you were to sell items. So if I was to set up a shop here, shop, or is it cloth? So yeah, you can set up a tablecloth. You could then link it up with whichever item you want to sell, by how many. So if you click once, it picks up one. If you shift click, it picks up the maximum or up to a stack. And then that will assign it to that cloth. That cloth then you can, as long as it's linked up with your stock ticker and your everything, you can sell items. So on here, I've got something called numerics. So I've got a vendor, which you don't really need in the numerics now because you've got the sales way. You've got a blaze banker, which a blaze banker is definitely one thing that I need to figure out a way to get implemented. Because you've got bank cards you can make. You have a bank card for your account with the banker, but you've got something called a spur, a bevel, a sprocket, a cog, a crown, and a sun. You can't craft these. These are a thing where we could say on a server, we would set up a server, and whoever's in the server, we would turn around and be like, we'd have to create a create vendor. We'd have to physically, we'd build a bank structure and the banking system for people to be able to put items in, like all of these. And say your spur, you can trade. You could trade 1 diamond would get you a bevel, which would be 8 spurs, and then you could use the banker to transfer them into each other. So if I could make a custom recipe, it would be like, well, that is 1 of them equals 8 of them. 8 of them equal, or 2 of them equals a sprocket. 4 of them equals a cog. That then goes up to 8 cogs. That then goes up to 64 cogs. So 8 times 8 is 8 times 8 64. So they're basically, you could do it so you could craft them up or craft them down. So if you put the sun into a crafting table, it can craft down into a cog, or you go into the banker and it'll sort it out as well. So you can put all your money into the banker, get it out. You can get bank terminals and depositors and stuff, but if you didn't have this system, you could use this as to sell items out of it. So that's what I mean about you can set up a coffee shop. You can sell all the different types of tea. So you've got like green tea, which gives you food saturation, a yellow tea, black tea, hip roast tea, and your hip roast tea you can use in the brewing. So you need a farmer's respite brewing. Hopefully they update that so it comes on to 121, because I would love to have this on the 21. But yeah, you get all the different types of teas. But you can brew it into here without putting it in a jar. You can just pipe it out into there, but it works. You need a honey bottle to make it for some. Your black tea, it's black tea, which is water and 2 black tea leaves. From that, you can add milk to make a black tea. Add honey to make it a black tea. Green tea cookie. That's a new one. Is there a coffee? There you go. You've got a coffee, caffeinated 1, caffeinated 2, or caffeinated 3 coffee. And you've got obviously coffees down here that are different ones. You've got create food, different coffees. Make coffee cake. And obviously you can do your little furniture stuff as well. So the only thing the windmill is needed for is for the power. So the power, I'll show you with this over here. So we've got water wheels here to add a bit more power. But obviously it uses a shaft, a gearbox into, can't really see it, but it's a chain conveyor, which connects up to this one down here. So that's the chain conveyor there. You can kind of see the chains moving. So it's so slow there. And that goes into the side of a rotation speed controller. For both the wind power and the water power goes into the bottom. Coming out of the top is a faster speed because we've made it up to 32 speed. And then from there it goes down into this chain conveyor, which goes into this one, which then goes around to another chain conveyor here, and I've got chain conveyors around basically all the stations. Just because you can do it out in the open like this. You also have a nifty little cool thing you can do with chain conveyors if you do have them above ground, being that you can wrench onto them and use them like a zip line, a powered zip line. You basically hook onto the pipe. Do I have a chain? I've got one chain. Right, how do I make a chain? I just realised I didn't take that out, did I? Get the chain stuff out. As well as how much to make another one. Okay. Make that. Let's grab the chain conveyor. Let's grab some shaft. Okay. So this is purely for testing purposes. Nope, don't want that on there. Oh, nearly got caught up then. Can I get on top of here while it's moving? Yeah. We'll plonk that there. We'll go over here. Probably not got enough for there, but we'll go up to here. Plonk that there. That chain, so link that chain there to this chain here. We've not got enough chains, so I can't do that. So move it to, can I do it to here? I've literally got one last chain. Okay. Can I do it to here? There we go. Just hanging about. It's a new way to transport yourself. So if I had enough chains, I could do it all the way over that way. And obviously, if I had enough speed on it, I'd go as fast as I needed to, as fast as you can do maximum. Oh, nearly getting cut in half there, and then you just shift to get off. And to get everything down, you just shift right-click everything. Well, that's also how parcels go about. So you've got a way to transport things through something called frog ports. So frog port. If I had a slime block, I would be able to make it, but I don't. It's my slime ball. Basically, this frog port you would connect it to that chain that was on there, as next to and then on top of one of the packages. Anything that goes into this packager, as long as it had a destination to go to, either through this or through another system that is another bit more advanced, it would basically go onto that port from this one. It would go out of the packager into the frog port. It will spit it out onto the chain, all the way around to the next frog port where it was going, which would pick up that box off the chain, put it into packager or down into a barrel, wherever it was going, or even into the storage, or even into ways to do automated crafting. It would go through that way. So there is so many different variables to do it. I need to cook this, which is on there. I need to cook that. Cook that up. So yeah, while I'm here, I can get that cutting up. I can get that cooking up. You can hear that going. This one just does it when it does it. No matter what speed the fans blow at, they always cook at the same time. So if you've got 1 on there or 64 on there, they all cook at the same rate. There you go, I've got more copper. I could also cook up the cobble if I needed to make some stone. If I go around to here, this voids itself if it can't go anywhere. So even though this is still on, it voids the cobble, it doesn't go anywhere. If I was to grab that out, the cobble now goes into there. And then I can stick that into there. It'll get ground down into gravel, which I could automate. Which there's ways to automate it so it goes through itself. And then I've got a bonefish, which makes more bone meal. I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now I've got a bone block. There's just so many different things to be done. Take these back down here. Everything else can go in there. And on this mod pack, I've currently got missions. So I can claim mission rewards and I get diamonds. It's something I'm taking out of the version 2. I don't like the feature. I'd rather people... Or I'll change it so they don't make diamonds, but they get other benefits that would be easy. Like they get iron or something that's just simple that they make. But they'll get... I don't know. I don't know if I can do that, but... I'm going to take it out for version 2 to start off with. But yeah, there's just so much that can be done here. And obviously... Yeah. Something that looks pretty cool. Go... F1. Obviously got a windmill on the side, which is doubling up as a tree farm at the moment. We've got our ship. We've got a rice farm. A contraption. Our house. Which, yeah, it looks bland at the moment. I need to start adding in more cracked stuff like I have here. To give it that bit of depth or maybe a different colour of it. And yeah. I can just go around like this until the edge of the map. I can't go to the edge. I can go to the edge of my view. Oh, one nether portal there. Yeah. Still grinding away. Yeah. This has gone back to making more cobble. But it always voids out if it can't. If this shooter's got 1 in, it voids the rest out. It's fine. But you can set it up so I could put a threshold switch on. There's a thing called a threshold switch. So it's a redstone. It's a create redstone block that can see that, oh, this is 90% full. So we'll turn this off. So it turns this side off. So it would unpower it. Which then would mean there's more power for other places to go. That's all crushed down. Yeah. Just crazy what it can be done. Obviously that's all washed up now. Add more on. We only got 9 in that one, but they all add up. They all end up making some. There's even flint has a use in here. So you can make a flint knife, obviously flint and steel, or flint blocks. We have a flint block. So this is the way you have to get things out of here, just so you can know what you're doing. This would make a nice kind of road texture, even though we already have. We have tarmac or. How do you spell asphalt? There you go. So we've got this asphalt, which makes crude oil. You need crude oil to do it. And to get crude oil, you need to basically pump it out of the world. And then you've got this one, which I think I've turned off the crafting recipe because it uses the same as the other one. Because basically the factory must grow and diesel generators kind of are the same, use the same thing. Yeah, liquid asphalt, water, and asphalt mixture makes liquid asphalt. That can then make asphalt bucket, which can then... There's a crude oil bucket for that. So I might have to make that recipe work again. But yeah, and then it makes asphalt blocks to do road with, or you can do it like this to make it if you want even darker areas. These hammocks, there's just so much. I actually quite like this block. As like a road block. You could do it for like patchwork roads, so that one looks like the road's a bit breaking up, where this one can't really see, but it looks a bit more paired, like a bit more polished. So you can kind of just mix things up. You can even just use black concrete and stuff. So yeah. Grab some of these. So I've got stuff to make trains. So all I need is some building blocks. We'll just get some planks. Technically I can use what's already here. Like on here there's this. And I'd need super glue as well. So oh, I know I can't do that because I need a train station to be able to build it. But then you've got stuff that you can build, like you've got ticket machines. You've got platform decorations. Train station is a train and a compass, that makes sense. Oh, we've got a train mechanic as well, profession. If I do it in shape, that makes 2. That makes 2, fine. Do you have a compass? I've got a compass, and then I also need glue. Okay. Made a train station. Let's turn one of these into a train. A very simple train. So, where you build your train station all depends on... So obviously you can see the arrows going each way. You'd want to face the way you want the train going. So that would go there. And then place this over here. And then click on it and create new train. Work. Did I put that too far ahead? I think I did. Right. Train station. Put it there. Put it there. Get building. This is going to be a very, very simple one. We could technically put a train seat on as well if you wanted, but it's good. Place that there for now. That there for now. There to there. There to there to get the train casing on. Break that block. Break that block. We'll break these down here just so we've got... Although, to be fair, I don't need to. So this is just a basic train right now. Assemble train. Good to go. That didn't work. So we're on F5. We're now moving. Gonna probably get hit by the bush. Yeah. If I'm on a seat, I won't obviously get pushed about. But then we're going to get to the end of the track. Reach the end of the track. That's fine. And then, do you press space to stop at the train station? There you go. Get off. It's just this is basically a carriage, not a train, but we've got a train. Now, I can disassemble this train because it's at the train station. And then now I can break things that I want to, place more things on that I want to. Change that to look like do other stuff. Oh, no, I didn't want to pick that up. That's annoying now. How am I going to get that back in? That is very annoying because I can't do anything with that. I didn't realise I had a zinc there. But yeah, so I won't be able to move that now. There you go, I can fix it. There you go. Yeah, so I essentially have a mobile house on rails. Now, however, I can't have any of those machines active on this train when the train's active. The only thing that I can have that's active would be a storage interface. And if I was to put those drills on the front of here, I'd be able to drill through that block there. You know what? Let's do that. Let's do that. Just to get the super glue and punch that as well. Yeah. So, we now have 20 mechanical drills. I can take that off. Take that off. I can temporarily remove that. And we can go wrong way. Like that. Super glue still got that part in, so I can do that. Reassemble this as a train. Put that rail back in. And we shouldn't get hit anymore. So let's not go F5. And anything on the sides will end up mining or drilling. And because we've got storage, it'll technically go into the barrels. And I'm not touching anything. Oh well. I'm not touching anything, but now we're going to break this one. We'll break the trees in the front of us as well. And yeah, there was another wrench in that one, which I didn't really need, but I can put away. Now we can just back it up as we've got the area broken. We could carry on straight through if we wanted to. We just need to put down more rails. So that's cleared out this section. You know what? I want to do the other side now. So what we'll do, I'll get off. Use my wrench and just go. Nope. No. Oh, click a track to relocate it. Cannot relocate the train here. There we go. So we've now moved it to the track. Start picking it up with a wrench. You can see that this barrel, not this barrel, this barrel's got 8 items in. Technically can't sleep on here because it's not classified as a block. It's an entity. Jump off, go around the side. We'll get this down. Obviously, it's taken out the side there that's right next to the tracks, but it's fine. Nice, and we've cleared out this area here, but obviously we would want to do more. If I put deployers around the side... So basically, if I was to put deployers facing outwards... If I was to put deployers facing outwards on all of these... It could effectively place another block out on this side. So I could do it like a tunnel boring machine. And it would build the tunnel around me as I go through. And obviously any items that are here, I can just take them all out. And then I can go put them back in my storage. Grab that. We'll put it back onto... There. Oh, no. Wrong way. There we go. Now back on that track. And as long as I don't have the stuff that I don't want going into the storage, I can go and put the rest into the storage. Of my hotbar, that is. So yeah, you can do so much with trains. You can then build a second carriage on the back. Yeah. Obviously now it's just clear this whole area. Obviously we've got floating trees and stuff, but it's clear. You could even have, if you're gonna have, I'm intrigued. Got to see if the pack can run. Yeah, that'd be great. There's just so much you can do. Like we could pick up all of those rails on the other side and use them to progress down the rail that way, and just go through that tunnel there. Go as long as we need. The only thing it doesn't do is, like I say, it doesn't take off the. Took off the sides of these though, didn't it? It had this. It had the ladders and the trapdoors there. It took them off. But yeah, as long as you can set up your, like how I've done the train, you can set the track up to go as well the maximum distance you need it. Take your train going, and it just mines everything out for you. If I got rid of the barrels on there and put what's it called on? A vault on, it would put everything into the vault. If I was to put that vault into where a cart assembler would be and glue it together, so glue the cart assembler and the train together, it would then be like a portable storage. Then I can, when I've parked at a train station, I could then disassemble the train, break that bit of glue, and then pick up my storage to take it back to base. There's so much you can do. Yeah, I can't pick. No. Put that back in there. That's a fail. Right. But yeah, there's just so much you can do. Doing that. But yeah, if you had a cobble gen on a massive scale, you can do. So because I'm in a starter base, I'm not going to do. What's it called? You can make a steam engine. So block of copper, andesite, and golden sheet makes a steam engine. A steam engine would basically have fluid tank. So if I was to have I could do this. So base layer would be the blaze burners underneath. So, you know what? Let's grab a block in the middle. Right. So imagine this is a 3x3 underneath of blaze burners. And I can't do it a 3x3, but it makes it like that. So that's a 2x2. You have blaze burners underneath. I pump in water and lava to here. And then I also pump lava into the blaze burners underneath. And I have those steam engines on top. That's creating more power, and it's a continuous continuous cycle. So I've got unlimited lava, water coming from an unlimited water source. And it creates continuous energy. Because it's self-powered then, because it's powering itself to pump itself in with the lava that's unlimited, the water that's unlimited, and it just keeps cycling. And then that can then be piped into making these as fast as you can. So like I say, I'm using wind power and water power on my base level. This is my base, because obviously a starter base, you don't go straight up to that. I'm using a windmill, although I would like to do a proper a windmill build. a windmill, water power to power my base, my starter base. When I get into a city-wise, I would like to do, like, with the city, I would love to have a power station. And it'll be, I'll basically build what looks like a power station, but on the inside, it's just those kind of things. And there's also the possibility of using other diesel powered stuff. So I can do a huge diesel engine, modular diesel engine. And eventually, if it's possible, I don't think it is at the moment in Create 6.0. It was available in Create 5.0. That I could actually build working cars with, say, a diesel engine on as its power source. It could drive forward, drive back, turn left, turn right, go up and down. Not connected to any tracks, not connected to anything. But yeah, basically, as long as you can create diesel, diesel or biodiesel. How do you create biodiesel? Plant oil and ethanol. Plant oil. How do you make plant oil? Any kind of seed gets compacted into plant oil. Okay. Biodiesel. Ethanol. How do you make ethanol? You need a basing processing or bulk fermenting. So that is sugar and bone meal. So if we've got somewhere that makes bone meal, a bone meal farm, and something that makes sugars, apples, I could do that. Biodiesel. Can I actually, with plant oil, it only takes seeds. So there's nothing in those seeds that I could kind of, what's it called? I could cheese, basically. I could cheese to make both. But yeah, I could have a farm that imports excess seeds. I could then have a tree farm that imports all the apples over. And then I can have a... There's a way to make bone meal. Bone meal from eggshells? If I did a hard-boiled egg from a chicken farm, and I got an eggshell from it, I could then turn that eggshell into bone meal. I could calcite down into bone meal. How do I make calcite? Limestone and nether quartz. Okay. Make calcite. How do I make limestone? Is that just one you have? Yeah, so I can't automate limestone. Bone meal I was looking for. So if I had a mob farm or an automated fish farm, get it from the fish. I could get it from a composter. So at the tree farm, I could have any excess saplings go in to become bone meal. I could have any excess, any apples that have grown, get sent over. So the apples and the bones from the tree farm could go in to make the ethanol. The plant oil can then just become over in the seed form from other plants. So if I've got an excess of tomatoes, all the tomato seeds can go over, get compacted down into plant oil. But then, why not I just compact anything into any excess seeds at the farm, and then all I have to do is transport the plant oil over, on a train in fluid tanks. And I've got a portable fluid interface that will do that. You just pipe it over, pipe it into the fluid tanks on the train, and then from the train it would then be offloaded and pumped in and made stuff. Cheap fossil body. Okay, that's an archaeology thing. Good placeholder. Structurizer's coming out in the bod pack as well. But there's so much different fluids you can do. Like, literally any fluid. Waffle batter fluid. What does waffle batter fluid make? Waffles. You just compact it with heat and it makes waffles. Amazing. Berry. Glowberry juice. What does that make? Glowberry juice. Yeah. Either a glass or a bucket. The glass will probably be better for you. Milkshake fluid to make milkshakes. You can literally set up a farm for everything you can think of. On dark chocolate fudge. Compact that down and it makes marshmallow chocolate fudge. Or just a dark chocolate fudge. Like, I spent a while on this one as well. You've got pizzas. You can't do some of these because it doubles up. I needed vintage delight to add other stuff in, but vintage delight won't be going into the next pack because it's just available. Veggie delight sadly isn't available either, but you got your pizza dough, which you need to do through create. You then just craft it up and you get pizza, and it goes through your cooking. So with this cooking, like this over here, you can utilize create to drop your food in the top, and you can pipe out it on the side. So you can get one of these kind of funnels, but with a filter on. And did I finish one? Oh, don't do that. Oh, yeah, I thought I finished all my food then, but no, that nearly burnt all my food. There's just so much to do. I kind of want to just get on to doing 1.21 pack now. Get on to doing dev work for that. You know what? Save and quit. But I'll wait for the replay file to save. And then you can see what version we're on. I'm just going to try and launch the pack that I've put together now. I've not put any of my custom recipes on or anything like that. I'm going to try it. We're about to go into an advert soon, so as soon as that advert's over, hopefully this replay save is done. I can close this and then you'll see me trying to launch. Hit and play. If this launches by just hitting play, that'll be amazing. Okay. Launching for the Minecraft launcher. If this does it first time, all they have to do is add modpack, or all they have to do is add things in. Well, it's the Neoforge launcher. error during mod loading. Okay. So I've got to add them into the pack. Okay. So resourceful config. That installed. Okay. Load. Add it on. Okay. Close that. Got them downloaded. Hit play. Okay, it's going to the scanning mods, so you should be able to. It should load in a second onto. It looks like it's not having any issues. Gonna launch without having any issues. So I didn't have ferret core installed. I can still proceed to main menu. One is that. There we go. So apart from having to do one more mod install, that looks like it should work. And that's only 182 out of the nearly 200 odd mods on the other one. It's a shame there's not some of the other ones on. But let's launch again. And let's see if I can actually move over. Move over some of the files. I know I want to. Well, first things first, I'm going to move over my settings file because that's just the easiest thing to do. I've just realised it's crafting. Well, it works. Right. That's on there. Let me go into file save folder. That's saved over. Right, file over. Did that sent over? Oh, I didn't add the other ones in, did I? I need to add the resource pack over. Well, no, I don't, because I do, but I don't. Okay. Need to get the shader pack that I normally use. Working though. It's working so far. That means I just need to put that into there. Then I should be able to just launch. See what happens. You think it'll launch first time? There'll be no issues. There will be issues because there's mods that I don't have that's installed onto the original, not installed onto this because there's just not a compatible version of it. But even so, it's a good base layer. Loading. Please say it just there's no it just goes straight to the menu and there's nothing else, no issues. This is without any of the multiplayer stuff on as well, to be fair. So that would have to be added on for like the voice chat and the parties, I think. So let's just create a new world. So creative testing 2.0. We'll go default world type. Nothing else to add. Been lurking while I was cleaning up the house. No worries. We're literally just going to see if the 2.0 is going to work off the bat. There's probably going to be some cleanup when it comes with the scripts for the custom recipes and stuff, but bit of chugging while it goes in. If this just needs script work, then I'm all set. So yeah, there's a lot of script work here. That's fine. Okay, so yeah, all the script work's going to have to be done. Obviously, vintage delights, there's a lot of, yeah. A lot of mods that I just don't have anymore. There's something to do with villages that I didn't have either. So, in version 1... Create dynamic villagers, I think, was another one. And Chef's Delight villagers. Maybe I can find them. So Chef's Delight villagers is in. I don't think there's a create villagers though. Like it. Obviously, we've got all these that we have to do the settings of again, and minimap settings, change position. There. Mods. That one. Don't know how to get into that setting. There, FPS. Why is there an FPS counter on there as well? Is that part of replay? Replay mod. Got sodium on, but we don't have anything else. Sodium extras. I think it's just a matter of cleaning up everything, and then we can get it working. We're cleaning up some things. Like the... Literally pressing all the buttons. Go F4's not even in. Okay. Oh, nope, just go full screen. Don't want to do that. Even so, at least it works. Does it? Does this village have any food? To be fair, I don't know if there's any food places in this one. Without having a look around. Well, this would be a... Where's my... How do I do tooltips? Tooltips isn't on. I need to add that. It's a lot of just going back and forward with these. Ah, I didn't add that one. That's what it was. Okay. Pull that one. Okay. I'm still trying to figure out why I've got recording overlay. Should be a replay thing. Add an event marker, capture thumbnail. Player overlay. That to that. That doesn't work. We've gone past. First of all, zoom. Yeah, that button. Replayers. Replay settings. Enable notifications off. What's showing the... Is it mini? Don't tell me it's the mini map. animation setting. Right, well, that's sorted that part out. Still need to get the extended thing on there. That mod called XAE. Add that. Hope you guys don't mind the random change to building 2.0 mod pack in the middle of day 6 of the testing version 1 mod pack. Yeah, the fishes are on. There we go. So that's that. The thing that I'm looking at will be a restart for that. We're just gonna have to look for another village. A structure. Oh, it's just Minecraft village, isn't it? No ocean. There's no biome, is it? Nearest one is 43 blocks away because I'm right next to one. I want to look. You start off on a little island like this. Then you end up being able to transport to multiple islands. Mod pack, so at least that functionality is the same. Yeah. So that's a bit of a cliff edge. Very much a bit of a cliff edge. Right. Well, What mod is doing that? Mod. It can't be light level overlay. You know I had this much. That internet. There's just one of these. Play FPS off. Oh, there. Phew. That's fixed that. Okay. Save and quit. Let's reload again. And see if. Done. Okay. So I'll delete that one. We add another world and testing 2. This part of the Farmer's Delight still, okay. In. Okay. I don't see any great delights. At least I can see now what's in the inventory chests. Obviously, I have to open them before I can see what's in it. Yep, that worked. This oil. I think that's oil. Yeah. I'll just use bucket. Yeah, we found oil. Pretty cool. Still no well, this is cool. Okay, that's this is the one. I still need to figure out what needs coming out, which is probably a lot. I need to get the log to get all the broken. But apart from that, everything seems that it works. Do we have the books? That's fortune. For the falling 4. So you can get for the falling 4. How do you get for the falling 4? Print it. So you need to enchant it. Is Feather Falling 4 the default? Yeah, you've got the Blaze Enchanter, so it works. So you can get more better books with that. And then you get the liquid dyes as well. Enchanting. You actually get trial chambers in this version as well. 8 structure. Great camp. And then let's teleport there. Find. Oh, so it is one of these little small ones. Obviously, with the wrench. Get the seats as well. If I was lucky, down that way. Another one we've not come across yet. Yeah. Just looking for another village to see if I can see the structure. Plains. We're looking for a plains village. 800 odd blocks away. Thing is, I don't see the food structures. Then again, they might just be rare. You do get to see some cool. That's one of the mods I missed. coffee. It's only the default tea, and I'm guessing there's only the default coffee then. Oh, there's no coffee at all. See? I found one that maybe that one good. Guessing, yeah, it goes back to default when I'm not working. Okay. I'm going to have to do a lot of coding for that, but I think that's going to be a good time to end today. Maybe I'll have it running for tomorrow and we'll see. There's going to be a lot of changes, though, So it might work, it might not work. We'll have to see. Yeah. Probably won't have it up running tomorrow. Maybe if I've got time in the morning, I'll see what I can do. But yeah, maybe Create Definitive 2.0 might be releasing tomorrow. Cool. Very cool. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow for day 7 of the Create Definitive stream.